guns and bring your friends. It's fun to lose and to pretend she's overboard and self-assured. Oh no, I know a dirty word. Hello.
Prosecutor said Ethan Nordine was the undisputed leader of the group that day as they tried to prevent the peaceful transfer of power.
And FBI agents arrested Proud Boys former national chairman Enrique Tarrio at this home in Miami. By 2 this afternoon, he was in federal court.
Here we are now, entertainers. I feel stupid and contagious. Here we are now, entertainers. I feel stupid and contagious. Here we are now, entertainers.
Hello and welcome to another episode of News Brief here at the Warboy Studios. Today's Wednesday, August
6th.
12:50 p.m. And I'm joined by my co-host, Patriot Rob. Rob, how's it going today?
It's going good. How you feeling, bro?
I'm feeling pretty good. A little bit feeling better after surgery. Yesterday was pretty fucking hectic. I feel like I have a whole piece of my cheek missing. If some of you seen pictures and stuff, I had like a little bump on my cheek. I went and I had dermal surgery on it on Monday and got it removed, and they took off like half of my cheek from it. So yeah, so I am feeling a little bit better. Okay, so let's start with some breaking news. Rob, I'll let you lead with this story.
All right. So reports are sketchy right now, but there was an active shooter at Fort Stewart in Georgia. 5 soldiers were shot. So far, no deaths. They were treated on site. All the soldiers were treated on site. The shooter was apprehended, and there's no longer a active threat to the community. All the schools in the area were placed on lockdown. And for anybody that doesn't know, the base is 40 miles southwest of Savannah. Yeah, so no deaths, thank God.
And then right now they just removed the school lockdowns, and children are being dismissed at normal times. So
yeah, and all details are sketchy. Do you have something you want to throw on the screen and play? Or?
Go ahead and because I'm on the other screen, can you go ahead and put my screen up now?
Yep.
Soldiers run to shelter as active shooter situation at Fort Stewart unfolds. They're still on lockdown as a potential second shooter could be in the vicinity. You know, that's always a thing. Have you noticed that? Every time there's a shooting, like we always see reports and it's usually on social media. It's not from like law enforcement themselves. They're like potential second shooter. Multiple casualties reported. This is also false. And I got a video. We full screen it.
You know, the fact that soldiers can't carry their service weapons while they're on base is kind of bullshit.
Yeah.
It's wrong.
You know, obviously, you know, here we are. We're disseminating the news as it's happening. But obviously, I think here it might be safe to say that this might have been somebody with access to the base, and usually most of the people with access to the base are people that are in the service. So there's also the chance that it could be a family member, somebody with an ID. There's also a chance that it could be somebody that jumped over a fence. But if you've ever been to a military base, that's highly
You're not getting over that fucking fence.
Yeah. You two are a mess. Enrique with a hole in his face.
And just
It's
put it
gonna
through.
it's gonna heal perfectly from what the doctor told me. It's a small incision, but it was weird.
I've already healed perfectly.
You did the same thing?
No,
Oh,
no,
you're
no,
you're
yeah,
talking
oh,
about
yeah,
your dick
Yep.
sealed?
yeah. It's 100%.
All right, this is as of 15 minutes ago. Breaking active shooter at Fort Stewart Base. Suspect in custody. 5 people injured. FBI and local authorities involved. Base remains on lockdown. No confirmed fatalities currently. Fort Stewart is located near Savannah, Georgia, home of thousands of soldiers and families. I've actually worked at Fort Stewart before. Suspect disarmed relatively quickly. I wonder how they caught him. Let's get this Fox News reports, minute and 15
Savannah.
seconds.
And you heard me mention updates now on the active shooter situation at Fort Stewart Army Post in Georgia. A suspect is in custody after bullets rang out in the facility's 2nd Brigade combat area. And looking at this, Fort Stewart is located about an hour southwest of Savannah. And you heard me mention previously that authorities in Savannah are offering their help along with Georgia State Police. So this is really a situation that has accumulated so much help around because of its proximity to areas. So the base is on lockdown. It remains so. 5 people are injured. No person is confirmed dead at this point. So we pray that that remains the case. We are monitoring the situation. We'll bring you any new information. Fort Stewart is located again, not far from Savannah. It is home to the U.S. Army's 3rd Infantry Division. Thousands of soldiers and their family members are assigned to this base. There are elementary schools both on post and off, and those elementary schools have been put on a hard lockdown on post, a soft lockdown as you feather out away from the post. The Associated Press says this is the largest Army post east of the Mississippi River.
Largest Army post, yeah. It's not the largest military base east of the Mississippi, but it is a very large base. I've been on there. And I can't zoom into a video, but it looks like it's next to an airstrip.
Mm-hmm.
And it's there's no entry points. Let me zoom in because I kind of know this base. There's no entry points on that section.
We're getting updates.
Let me fuck. Damn it. Let's see if she pulls up the map. Yeah. So up there on that top where it says 2nd Brigade, if that's where the shooting happened, there's no entry points. If you see just a little bit to the west, that is a private entry point, and then the actual entry point for the base is just on the bottom, the lower right hand corner. So it has to be somebody with access, because usually like the shops and stuff like that where the families actually go to are right in the beginning, right in. So again, like I always have to say this every time we say something, like we're reporting on it as it's coming in, so we're kind of just assuming what happened. So please just take what we say with a grain of salt. But
so you're erring on the side that it might actually be somebody that was already in there.
Yeah, it might be a service member. And then just judging again, like just judging by this, is it an act of terrorism? I don't know. And I'm not gonna speculate on that right now. But for the most part, I think that
all the tinfoil hats are gonna pop out in the next hour.
This might be work related. Just simply because of location. I'm gonna assume that. Because he specifically went all the way back here. So there's somebody that he targeted, somebody that he knew, that I assume would be the case, but we'll see. We'll get to maybe something comes in while we're live. Today's show is going to be about 45 minutes to an hour. It's pretty much, before this, it was a slow news day. We're going to touch on 2 more topics, but do you see anything else on it? Let me see if I can refresh my feed. Let me take this off the screen while I do that. But yeah, I hate saying thoughts and prayers are going to these active duty members of our service and their families, but That's what we could do right now, because that's all we can do right now is just hope and pray that no casualties actually happen. You know.
Yeah, I'm refreshing my feed right now.
Let me put it back up. Leave it. It's not past CNN to already claim that the shooter's white. I mean, I don't know if they have or not, but
No,
they
haven't
have
said anything.
They haven't said anything. I think maybe maybe they have like a cool down period where they're like, all right, let's hold off for another month before they fucking go ahead and claim that the shooter's white. We have no information on the shooter at the current moment besides that he is in custody, which is kind of strange, huh? That he's in custody.
Yeah, well, I mean, dude, I don't. I'm sure that the second one round went off, those MPs.
Yeah, those MPs were probably on site, but the guy has a firearm, and they don't play by the same rules as like regular law enforcement.
I wouldn't be surprised to hear that they shot the guy and got him in custody to stop him.
I mean, I believe we would have heard something about that, like the suspect's in custody,
Dude,
undergoing medical treatment, you know. But again, this is very fresh. It happened about 30 minutes ago,
Mm-hmm.
give or take, as I'm seeing the reports come in. This is the same video we played earlier. No. Yeah. Do any of our viewers have any information on this?
Yeah.
I'll have digital IDs control. You know, I kind of want to touch on this subject. Well,
David's he's a huge fan of ours from Great Britain, and
cool.
he's a good dude.
I might be there soon.
They're going to let you in that country?
I maybe. I mean, look what happened to Tommy Robinson. Actually, let me put that down as something that we gotta talk about. We'll close with that one. But,
we were making fun of you yesterday, saying that you are the Tommy Robinson of America. Everywhere you
and
go,
for no other reason, but we keep getting arrested.
Yeah. No matter how hard you try, you're getting cuffed somehow, some way.
So, Rob, how do you feel? So, I don't know if New Hampshire has it. How do you feel about Real ID?
We don't. Well, we have it, but it's not mandatory. New Hampshire was one of the first states when this was announced that actually pushed back against the federal government, saying no fucking way in hell, and it's not a requirement here. And I'll be honest with you, and you know, I mean, I always am, but if it ever did become a requirement here, then I'm driving unregistered.
So
I mean, unlicensed.
I'm a Floridian, and we're forced to get.
You got the gold star.
Yeah, I have the gold star.
Yes.
Well, it's a 6 point. It's a 5 point star, which might not make it any better, actually.
No, I don't think it's any fucking 5 point star.
But here's my, I guess, like my pushback on it. You know, we're big on, you know, voter ID, and we're big on like illegals not having driver's license. And I don't know if you know what it takes to create, and you could push back on me after this, but basically what it does is it verifies, you know, that you're a resident. It verifies like you're in the home that you say that you are. And I don't honestly like, maybe there's something else, but I don't see an issue with it.
They have RFID chips in them, first of all.
Well, the Florida ones don't.
They all do. If it's a real ID, it's got an RFID chip in it.
Oh, I don't have mine on me.
So here's
I'm pretty sure it doesn't. Let me look it up. Hold on.
So for time immemorial, my friend, we have dealt with our licenses being the pinnacle of the ID that you need, and our passports were the default if you had a passport, right? And we managed to be able to go this long using our driver's licenses. This is part of the Patriot Act. This is a digital tracking system.
Wait, just to correct you, the Florida driver's license and real ID cards do not have RFID chips.
Okay, well then they don't.
Yeah.
But there are some that do.
Okay. Well, I'd be completely against, because you could track.
What if
that's kind of like air tags.
Yeah, well, and what happens in your state? What are you going to do? Are you
Well,
gonna
then
man up and
I
fucking drive
definitely.
without a license.
Well, I live in the best state of the union, so I doubt that.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
I do.
I definitely.
I
No,
do.
no, you don't. No, you don't.
Oh, you guys aren't allowed to have FRTs and bump stocks thanks to your fucking thanks to Pam Bondi. Yeah, you live in fucking freedom. You live in the free state of fucking Florida, whereas my state doesn't have any restrictions on the Second Amendment. So until your state gets on board like my state is with the Second Amendment, you don't live in the free state, motherfucker.
No, listen. Who's
No,
your
no, no,
who's
listen,
your who's your
listen.
governor?
Listen, Linda. Listen, Linda.
Who's your
Listen,
governor?
Linda. Go ahead, do it, you fucking spick.
Who's
Listen,
your
Linda.
governor?
Kelly
Who's your
Ayotte.
governor?
Who's your governor? Kelly Ayotte.
Listen, that live free or die state. You know, Boston was
We're
the
not
actual
Boston.
live. I know, but Boston
No,
was
we've
the
always
actual
been the
live.
No,
Yeah,
no.
but they had listen.
Boston.
The
sucks.
rebellion was born in Boston, and look how that turned.
No,
out.
the
So,
rebellion
like,
actually started here. No. The Revolutionary War started in Ware, New Hampshire. You know that flag that everybody flies, the Appeal to Heaven flag? Do you even know what that is?
That's that out of all the flags, that's the shittiest one.
Well, you know what? But you know what it stands for? It stands for the Pine Tree Riots. In April of 1772, we actually pushed back against the British government, beat the shit out of them, tied them to horses, and sent them packing because they arrested a local sawmill guy for cutting down fucking trees that were bigger than 12 inches. The Revolutionary War started here in New Hampshire.
Do you have any trannies in office?
No, we actually don't.
Not even in local offices.
In fact, we have a gay guy who's a Democrat who pushed back against the Democrats when our governor signed the anti-trans bill into law in our state. It is 100% illegal to trans a child in this state. It is 100% illegal for trans to go use women's bathrooms.
Hey, Rob, you ride motorcycles, right?
Are you going to bring up the fucking?
Do you got to wear a
Bring up
helmet?
the South Park. No, I don't wear a helmet. No, we don't
You
have
don't
helmet
wear
laws
it.
here. No,
You
we don't have helmet laws
laws?
here. No, we don't have seatbelt laws, motherfucker. How you like that?
Wait, hold on. Because you're touting all these Second Amendment things, right? Are you an
we
open
have
carry
no
state?
laws. What?
Are you an
Yes.
open carry state?
We are a constitutional carry. That's it.
No,
Open carry,
okay.
concealed carry. You can own any fucking weapon. Here, there is no restrictions on the Second Amendment in the state at all. None.
Listen, we have the best governor
No, you
in the
don't.
country. Yes, we do.
Listen,
Name another governor that's better than Ron DeSantis.
Right now,
Yes.
Kelly Ayotte. Because
No.
we just signed. Because you haven't been paying attention. We're like the bastard children of fucking America, but you don't seem to understand that we've been signing in laws in this state that no other state has done right now.
All right, so check this
We
out.
don't
Let's-
have any income tax. Wait.
Let me change the subject.
No, zip it, man. No. Yeah, because you're gonna get fucking schooled, motherfucker. Do you guys have? I know you guys are tax free. You're sales tax free,
Yeah,
right?
we're-
Are you
we're
income
sales-
tax free?
we're not sales tax free. We're income tax free, and we have a 7%
tax.
We have sales tax and we have property taxes, which is about to be abolished.
Okay, so we don't have income tax. We don't have sales tax. We just abolished.
You have property
the only-
taxes?
Yeah, but they're really fucking low, dude. Like,
Oh,
every
yeah, because
state
nobody
does.
wants to live there.
Yeah, fuck you. Dude, I got 18 acres. I pay fucking $2,000 a year.
Yeah, I pay $4,500 for the home, and then if not, I don't own commercial property, but commercial property is ridiculous. It's retarded
Yeah, no.
how high it is.
So we also the only income tax that we had capital gains and estate tax, and we just abolished that. So we don't even have state tax on capital gains and fucking estate tax now.
No.
We just got rid of that.
Who did you guys vote for in 2016, 2020, and 2024?
16 was a close call with Trump.
No, I don't want to hear a close call.
No, listen.
I don't want to hear a close
Listen,
call.
Linda.
You got more liberals
I
in
don't
your
understand the state.
per
No, we
capita.
don't.
You have
No,
more
we don't.
liberals
Listen,
in their
hear me
state.
out. We have an overwhelming majority in our House of Republicans. We have an overwhelming majority in our Senate. We have a Republican governor, but somehow, some way, we got 4 Democrat congressmen.
Well, you got to.
no,
You guys got to.
something's-
You guys
something's
got
wrong.
to. You guys got to do what Texas is doing, gerrymander.
Well, that's another thing. In response to what's going on in Texas right now, Maura Healey, the governor of fucking the scissoring sycophant there, the fucking bull dyke from Massachusetts, is now talking about gerrymandering Massachusetts to the point that you will never have a Republican fucking representative in the fucking state house. She's talking about it right now.
Well, let's see what happens with Texas.
Those motherfuckers are going to get arrested.
I think the governor jumped ship. The governor went and jumped the local courts and the federal court and went straight to the Supreme Court to hear his response. So that's pretty good, at least. But like it should be an open and shut case if you're an elected member of Congress and the people voted to bring you in. Like, you should be there to do your job. Like, if you leave, I don't think that you should miss a single vote.
No.
Period.
Your job is to represent the people.
Yeah.
And doing that is voting on bills.
Yeah. I don't like it's not, we talked about it on Monday's show. There's nothing courageous about running away.
Nope. It's not a form of, like, civil disobedience. It just means you're a fucking coward.
Yeah.
And
I think that they should all be put in handcuffs, and they should all be brought to the Texas State Capitol, and they should be forced to vote.
Yeah, they sent
and
the
if
Texas Rangers after them.
If they don't, they should remove him from office.
Agreed.
Because you don't see Republicans going and doing that. I think actually you saw like 2 or 3 of them in Washington State, and they did lose their positions.
Yep.
And they can't run again. They barred them from running again.
And they shouldn't be able to run.
They shouldn't be able to run
again. But at the same time, their constituents would still vote for them, because the people that voted them in the first place think that what they did was some kind of fucking altruistic fucking protest moment.
Yeah.
And this
and they're touting it. They're getting on social media, making videos about it, and all sorts of fucking shit. This isn't going to play well for them. I think if this goes to the Supreme Court, it'll be a slim win, but it will be a win because it's racial. We've seen them vote consistently, at least the conservative, and I'm using air quotes.
Because Roberts is.
We've seen consistency when it comes to like race. When there's anything to do with race. So I think here, race-based gerrymandering
I think we're going to get 6-3.
Yeah, I think
I think it's going to be. I think it's
you might get a 5-4, but that's enough.
I mean, that's enough, but I don't know. I see Roberts being the fucking linchpin in that one, but you're never going to get a fucking moron like Ketanji Brown Jackson to fucking vote right.
No, never. And it's obvious, and I wish we had. Well, we do have somebody like Ketanji Brown. We have 2 of them.
Yeah,
we have. No, I'm saying that we on our side, even though they're not supposed to be right wing or left wing, Republican or
Amy
Democrat.
Coney Barrett.
But we have no. I'm saying like we have somebody like the polar opposite. We have 2 justices that vote our way. So every time.
And consistently, yeah,
consistently. Yeah. So we have 2 consistents. They have 3.
Yep.
Because all 3 of them always are the dissent when it comes to something that's constitutional. Because they know it'll hurt them later on.
I don't believe it's constitutional. No, it's right there in front of you dumb fucking bitch.
So let's move on to the next story. I don't see anything new happening here for now. I don't think it's going to happen in the next like 20, 30 minutes when we get off the stream. Howard Stern goes woke and goes broke.
What a faggot.
Let me bring this up.
What an absolute faggot.
Last year, Howard Stern said he hated anyone who voted for Donald Trump and demanded They stopped listening to his radio show, and he did. This isn't hyperbole. Today, it's been announced that SiriusXM has canceled the Howard Stern show after his ratings plummeted. Fuck around and find out, Howard. I was an avid Howard Stern listener back in the 2000s. I need to take this guy off the fucking thing. It's bothering me to look at his face. And it was funny. It wasn't PG at all.
It was irreverent. It was edgy.
Like if we brought back Howard Stern, the 2000s,
90s,
the 90s Howard Stern, and we were to bring him in now,
they would fight one another.
No, he'd be canceled quicker than anybody. He would be more offensive than Joe Rogan or fucking Jake Shields or Crowder or whatever the fuck they find offensive at this point. But at some point he decided that he needed to virtue signal. And you know what? Let me tell you how he cucked out, right? I think he knew that the cancel culture was coming and it was starting, and he decided to cater to that audience. And when he catered to that audience, he was trying to save his ass, right? To keep his show alive
when he doesn't
for money.
When he didn't realize that the people that actually put him where he was guys like you and I.
Yeah, it was guys like us. Guys like our viewers right now.
Red
I don't know how the Warboy Studios isn't more popular than Howard Stern at this moment. But for the most part,
especially the shit that comes out of my mouth,
yeah.
I'm gonna get us fucked one of these days, dude. Like,
that's fine. Right, so, we'll make a new account.
Yeah. So let me be crystal clear when I say this, and I don't know how much more crystal clear I can be. He is a shadow of his former self. Like,
I think you're putting it lightly.
I'm getting to that. Yeah. I have seen companies and brands cuck out to the woke mob before, but very few have done it in such a dramatic fashion. Like, I mean, we're talking about a snowball effect. This dude just went total fucking nuts back in fucking 2015. Went totally down fucking hill. And he went from 20 million live daily viewers to 125,000. If I was serious, if I was a business and I look at that kind of a market drop, and all he's ever done is double down on fucking mental retardation. Somehow, some way, he took a dick in the ass, okay, and it bitched him out. And I think then when he started the whole COVID vaccine thing, I think he's been vaxxed one too many times, because you could see how bad it's been. It's even worse, like triple, quadruple what it's been the last 3 years with this fucking guy. And then he's literally turning on the people that made him the multi-millionaire king of all fucking media that he was. It's the same thing that Black Rifle Coffee Company did.
Yep.
That's the same thing that John Deere did. It's the same thing that Harley Davidson's CEO did. Said, I want to completely change motorcycle culture so that we're accepting trannies and fags here. We're training people that deal with guys like me who ride fucking Harley Davidsons to make us more inclusive as we walk into a Harley dealership. And on top of that, he was touting the fact that he wanted all electric motorcycles. Are you fucking kidding me? Wait, the reason why Harley Davidson is where it is from guys like me, the non-woke culture.
I'm a big fan of EVs. I don't think Harley Davidson should ever make an EV bike, period. Other companies, yeah, if Tesla makes an EV, which he already said that he's not going to make a motorcycle, I'd probably pick up the hobby again. But like most of these companies that have a giant conservative base, like Harley Davidson, like NASCAR, I think NASCAR got started reading the room. Bud Light, all these companies you're seeing, and I had just put up a meme, and it's so. Some people are on their phones, so they can't. So, like on the first door, it's Don Lemon and Chris Cuomo. And it's funny because they got brought down by the same mob that they were part of.
Pandering to, yeah.
Joy Reid just got fucking shit canned because she's just a fucking stupid bitch. Stephen Colbert,
dude.
That's another one that came. When was that? Like last week?
Yep.
They gave you the prime slot, right? In late night TV. I don't know anybody who watches late night TV anymore anyways.
No.
But, and it's because of things like this. It's not because it's just like old media and like you don't watch TV like that anymore. It also has to do like you're there to be funny. You're there not to pick sides. You're there to fucking sit there. I like when certain comedians make fun of Trump, like I find it funny, right? But they're not like virtue signaling. They're just making a fucking joke about it.
Right.
Like there's so many comedians that do it and they do it the right way. They're just trying to fucking be funny.
Comedians through all time make fun of the president. It's what they do.
Yeah. And then, but like people like Colbert, right? They go on these monologues. They go on these serious monologues that they're not meant to be funny. It's not that he's trying to be funny. He's trying to be serious on his show. And that's going to be the death. And like you want to be, obviously we know these big media companies are propaganda, right? But they're also corporations that have, shareholders. They have the responsibility of the shareholder, right? So I don't get how they don't see it happening and they don't see all these doors that you see here. And they're like, okay, this shit does not make money, right? And that's part of the reason why we have the Joe Rogans and why Joe Rogan and why Alex Jones is so fucking popular, right? It's because of those things. They're not sitting here pandering. Like, who Alex Jones is, and you're tuning into Alex Jones because of it. You're tuning into Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan isn't the staple, the cornerstone of conservatism. He's not,
No, he's not.
He's not. And
he's very centrist.
He's extremely centrist. And I'd say before the 2024 election, and a little bit like there's a gradient section where you see his views change, and he does talk about serious things. So you know what he's about. So if you watch him, you watch him. But if you're watching the late night show, you're not sitting there to get a fucking lecture from a fucking comedian. I just want to watch it so it can be funny.
Right.
Saturday Night Live was funny for a very long time because they didn't take a fucking side.
No.
And then now it's like
equally.
Who did they put here? Rob, who's the host of Saturday Night Live right now? You wouldn't be able to tell me.
No,
I wouldn't be able to tell you.
Dude,
in the 2000s, I could have told you, oh, this is the person that's hosting Saturday Night Live. You get me? Because it was funny,
right?
During the 2000, I remember clearly during the 2008 election, fucking made fun of everybody.
Yep.
Obama, fucking Sarah Palin,
Yep.
Fucking John McCain. They didn't give a fuck.
Yep, they made fun of everybody.
So it was fun. It was funny.
And it's funny. The only thing that we have left that does that is South Park.
Yeah.
And the fucking outrage, the moral outrage, and the feigned indignation from our side over the Trump episode. You are all fucking faggots. Every last one of you fucking MAGAs that are pissed about the South Park episode, but you laughed about Obama. You laughed about fucking Tom Cruise being in the closet. You laughed about the fucking Mormon episode. You laughed about the fucking Muslim episode. You laughed when Randy Marsh said niggers instead of naggers. Every single last one of you fucking hypocrites that are pissed off about the fucking The Trump episode, you're a bunch of fucking hypocritical fucking faggots. Every last one of you.
No, Rob, but I think the number of people that don't find it funny is very, very slim.
No, dude, there was some serious fucking outrage over this.
Yeah, but I don't
All
think
these
it was.
guys that tout him as the second coming of Christ were like, I can't believe South Park did that. Then you haven't been paying attention for the last 32 fucking years.
Yeah, and the fact that they paid homage to us was great. They put the they put the Proud Boy banner up. They had the Capitol. The Capitol episode was fucking great.
Yeah, it was. It was
The
great.
January 6th fucking episode was fucking amazing.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
and
dude, we somehow lost what it is to laugh at self-deprecating, lampooning comedy.
you know what I noticed? I haven't really been active on Twitter since I lost my account in 2017. But Twitter was really fun, right? It was a whole bunch of people just shit posting, and it's not meant like somebody on my feed today was like, "Oh, we need to have more intellectual conversations on Twitter." That's not what it's meant for. That's not what it's meant for.
It's being a shitlord.
Yeah, it's sitting there.
what it's
It's like,
supposed
oh,
to be.
like the internet was made for fucking cat videos and fucking making fun of other people. That's what the
Well,
internet.
according to World of Warcraft, the internet was made for porn.
Yeah, well, that too. So,
Only old school gamers know what the fuck I'm talking about.
yeah. So the internet was made for that. So like something that I noticed when I got back on Twitter and I'm allowed to post again, and I'm not considered a terrorist, is that people
Never
are
not
so
be considered a
fucking
terrorist.
serious on here
I
all
know,
the time.
dude.
You know, like I don't see it. And it's both sides, right? Because everybody wants
Oh,
to
yeah.
everybody wants to be like serious about something, and I get it. Like I'm serious on like 10% of my posts, you know.
Yep.
Because there's some things that you could be serious about, but most things, like you're in here, I'm like, and I've made this reference before. If like New York City gets nuked, the Warboy Studios will go live, right? And for the first 10 minutes, we'll be serious. The other 40 minutes of the fucking 1 hour show is us fucking throwing up memes, making fun of shit, and being like, and popping bottles of champagne at some point. It's not that we would laugh about it. It's just maybe, you know what it is, Rob? Maybe we're at that phase in the black pill where you're just like, all right, it's going to shit anyways. Might as
Listen,
well have fun.
You're
And we
new
did
to
that.
You're new to that. Me, it was 1993.
Yeah.
After Waco, that was it. That was when the black pill went all the way down into the belly and took root.
Yeah.
I'm not even kidding you on that. That was when I saw my government, and when I realized my government truly fucking hated me and truly hated American citizens. Waco was it for me. That was it. And I have never had an ounce of faith in this government. I've never had an ounce of faith in anybody that is making the laws or ruling over us or representing us. That was it for me.
Yeah. For me, I guess I took not the black pill. I took a little red pill in 99. Because I was doing it just because I was a fucking
And Patty
kid.
took a big red pill.
Yeah. Or a green pill, the type that gets thrown on WNBA fucking courts. Patty took a big green pill. So in 99, the first time I ever in my life got put in handcuffs. Oh,
We
fucking
said his name 3
we
times.
said- yeah.
There he is.
I think he does it on purpose
No,
too.
he does.
It's
He's waiting in the
impossible
back-
that he's fucking.
waiting in the background for us to say his name.
I
3
literally,
fucking
right when
times.
you said it, I had
I
the
heard
beep
the
in my
beep.
ear.
Talk about getting dildos in his ass, and he pops right up. Hey guys, I'm here. Let's go.
One day he's gonna pop in, and our audience is gonna be at like 980. He's gonna pop in, and he's gonna have to go out after,
Like
after
10
20
seconds,
more.
yeah.
20 more. Your
Dude,
internet,
your internet is fucking horrible, bro.
Yeah. So while he gets his internet shit together, Yeah, I came back to Twitter and I'm like, bro, like how do these people have such high fucking engagements? And like they're serious all the time. They're arguing with people like I
It's
argue with
rage
people
bait.
all the time.
It's rage bait.
Yeah, and whatever. I have fun on Twitter. I can't say that I've skipped a beat. I'm the same exact person I was in 2017. And who's Dexter Taylor?
He's the gentleman that I had interviewed last Friday. He was
Okay.
in jail from New York for just building his own ARs.
Oh, okay. So it looks like Patty got his internet shit together, and Rob, you got your storage space shit together last night. Where Patty, I
Fuck
think
you guys.
I think it was probably on purpose. So Patty won't run his show yesterday at 7.
No, I
but-
didn't do that on purpose. I would never do that. No, listen, you know,
I know.
it is what it is. We can sit here and bust each other's fucking balls, but when it comes to this, you know, I take it seriously, and I would never fucking do anything to
Patty-
tank somebody else's show.
Patty,
Unlike
well-
Patty does to mine.
Yeah, Patty, welcome to the show. Where we just discussed the topic of Howard Stern getting the boot, and his $100 million a year payday going out the window.
That just happened.
Yeah, that happened I think yesterday.
Yeah,
really?
bro. He
Yeah,
went from 20 million viewers to a day to 125,000.
Yeah, I'll tell you.
That's
I think
horrible.
that well, that whole format. This is like I say this about like a lot of different cultural changes as far as what we like in entertainment. You can see that wasn't going to last that long. I mean, it lasted a long time, but that format, that kind of like, you know, it started out as like the morning zoo kind of thing, which everybody got sick of. And then, you know, the shock jock stuff, which everybody got sick of. It's like, you know, sitcoms in the family sitcoms in the 80s. We don't like those anymore. I grew up with them. We all grew up with, you know, Growing Pains and shit like that. None of that would go on the air today. We just go through cultural shifts, man.
I grew
Things
up with good
change.
times
Well, Patty,
in Sanford and
let-
Son.
Were they really good times for you? Because I don't know.
Patty,
I
but
love
let
good
me
times.
ask you: do you think that bringing back, because his show has morphed, right? His show isn't as
He's
bombastic.
gotten
as it
old,
was.
man.
He's
He's old
old.
and out of touch.
He's old and
Anytime
out of
somebody has that amount of money for that amount of time, I think they just can't be in touch with like what's really going on anymore. You know, I don't think it matters who you are, right? You give somebody that amount of money for that amount of time, and they're gonna start getting weird or just, you know, in their own head and think that, you know, their stuff matters more than everybody else's. And that does. I'm not saying like Howard's not immune from that. You know, I was never a big
he's
fan.
not.
Like I was never a big Howard Stern fan.
I
I worked with a guy. I worked with a guy who's like the biggest obsessive Howard Stern fan, and we'd be in a control room all the time. He'd constantly be playing it, and I never really got down with it. I thought the movie was funny, but I can probably say that I've listened to less than an hour of Howard Stern my entire life. So you know, but that format's just kind of dying. It's dead almost. You know.
But no. So, what if we were to get on the War Boys DeLorean and like go back in time and like throw Howard Stern on your lap in the passenger seat and bring him back? Right? Do you think that he'd have a popular show now?
No.
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 Oh,
definitely
yeah.
not.
That's because you've only seen an hour of his show. I mean,
No, I mean, I've heard a ton of it. I talk about when I say listen to an hour, like on purpose, man. But I've heard constantly in YouTube clips and all this stuff. And I just never found him to be that funny. I got particular tastes in comedy, and he's just not mine. I understand why he was popular. And hey, look, for a while when they called him the king of all media, it was true, you know. But I think a
was.
lot of guys, like if you put Don Imus on the air today, like he was back in the 90s.
Oh my God, I
he'd
hated
fail.
Don Imus back then.
Yeah, me too. But he was very
Ugh.
popular. He would fail. If you put, you know, a lot of the programming that was just wildly popular. Can you imagine running a show like Friends today? I mean, get out, man. It's not going to work.
Yeah.
Seinfeld wouldn't even work. You know. So
Seinfeld didn't work back then.
well, look, Curb Your Enthusiasm. He shit
yeah,
on
but
that
he's
too.
he's managed to modify it enough. I know it's a similar thing, but and obviously the same writer, but yeah, I just think that we go through cultural shifts, man, where a lot of things, and even I would say that Bill O'Reilly, who was like he was number one in cable news for like 25 years, straight. I think it was between 20 and 25. Might have been actually 25, which is just like unheard of. That's like the amount of money that idiot made was outrageous, right? And I don't think that he could be successful on Fox today in that time slot if he hadn't gotten busted with the whatever, all the nonsense, right? If he wouldn't be crazy enough. He wouldn't be hardcore enough. I think that people want different things in different eras, and those guys that were big in the 80s and 90s, I mean, they wouldn't hack it today.
Mhm. Rob, how about that? How about we put you in the passenger seat of the DeLorean and we put Howard Stern on your lap and bring him back? Do you think his show would be successful?
He wouldn't make the trip. I would split him in half.
I'm just trying to put somebody on.
You just want to get some dude on my lap?
Yeah, I just want to get
You
some
fucking
dudes on your
twisted,
lap.
You fucking asshole.
I don't
No,
understand
listen,
why anybody's
I
going to
think-
be on a lap. There are 2 seats in that fucking vehicle, man. Like,
Yeah, there's 2 seats in the DeLorean.
Well, I'm driving.
oh,
I'm not
you're
letting you
right.
guys drive the fucking
fuck
DeLorean. Are
you.
you crazy?
See, now I'm gonna have to actually. When
It's a
this shit
company
blows
car.
Up, when this shit blows up, I'm gonna have to go out and buy a DeLorean and brand it with
That's-
the fucking War Boys
That's
on it.
you
That's what
just
I'm doing.
you gave me the idea when
they're expensive,
You-
man.
Dude, you drive a fag car. You couldn't handle a fucking DeLorean.
when I actually had my dad had a DeLorean. I didn't when I was
Oh.
a kid, and I fucking loved it. But you gave me an
Dangerous as
idea
shit.
when the War Boys starts making $100 million on Sirius XM or Spotify, I'm gonna buy
well,
myself a
you'll have to
Cybertruck and a
fire me.
DeLorean
You'll have to fire me.
because you don't like money.
No, you'll have to fire me because they'll want me to censor myself. No way in hell is fucking Sirius XM gonna let some white dude say nigger, fag, tranny, and fucking whore.
There goes fucking. There
don't
goes
have Barry's
fucking
up-
his YouTube.
oh.
Yeah, Barry's YouTube's up there.
I'm quoting. I'm quoting.
Yeah.
In context, I'm quoting. Like, it's not like I'm not calling people that, but I'm just saying somebody like me, you'll have to fire.
So, I think.
But no,
listen,
I
I
think-
think it's shifting. I think it's
Here,
shifting. I think.
hang on
I
one
think
second, bro.
Spotify's understanding. So I was supposed to be. I was in contact with Joe Rogan's people at the beginning of the 2020 election, and I was supposed to be on there. What ended up happening is Spotify did not want to have me on. If you noticed, I don't know if you remember this,
Right. Yeah.
but when he shifted over from, I believe it was YouTube to Spotify, where they give him that big payday, they brought
Yeah,
all
well,
his
wasn't
old
he talks with Rumble too? And Rumble
probably
just didn't want to.
yeah.
Rumble just didn't want to give him the money.
I don't think Rumble had the money.
no,
to be honest
Rumble
with you.
doesn't have that kind of loot.
I don't think Rumble had that money at the time. Maybe they have it now. I don't know. But when they transferred all his stuff over to Spotify, they removed the first Alex Jones interview and the first Gavin McInnes interview out of the lineup, and those were one of the only ones that they removed. Now they put them back in. I think it's shifting. And I think maybe at some point it'll shift all the way over. But let's see. That's still to be able to see.
Well, to real quick get back with what you said, I think if we brought 80s Howard Stern to meet 2025's Howard Stern,
He'd grab him by the neck.
yeah, he'd be like, who the fuck are you?
I mean,
Yeah,
it does.
again, that's
Bobby-
that's the point I was making, though, man. Like, I think that these guys, they get too rich for too long. And I'm not saying you shouldn't be able to make as much money as you want, but it's just a function. It's a reality when people have. Bill Maher is a great example of it too, right? People who loved him back in the 90s can't stand him now. And, I don't care. Like, I just think when people get that old and they've been that rich for that long, that fucking funny comedian kid from New Jersey he doesn't exist anymore. And Bill wouldn't like him if he did,
Yeah.
So like it just, when you're that rich for that long and you're that successful for that long, you age out. I think it's kind of, there's a parallel in sports, like with guys like Bill Belichick, who got fired after being the greatest coach in the history of football, because sometimes you just fall out of touch with what's going on right now because you just get set in your stuff and you think that everything revolves around you, and it doesn't. And eventually even the king of all media ends up being, being humbled. And that's what's happening with Howard, I guess, now.
I think, and also there's some truth to what you're saying too, is like everybody has a shelf life, and that shelf life has come to a close with because he's not in with the time. So yeah, I think what you're saying is true, but I also think that it coincides with what me and Rob are saying about I would say comedians at this point. Because look, I could watch Bill Maher. I liked old Bill Maher and I like new Bill Maher. He doesn't really have. Is he a left winger? Does he lean left? Yes, but does he fucking like pull punches when it comes to his own side? No, he doesn't.
No, he doesn't.
No, I just think he's gotten so obsessed with things that nobody gives a shit about, like what kids on college campuses have to say. Like none of these kids are going to think that same shit 5 years from now when they're paying off their loans and having to have a job and all this shit. So I just ignore what college kids say.
Well, that's a whole racket in itself.
Well, yeah, but I mean, he's obsessed with this, and I'm like, nobody cares. And I thought about the movie. I know you guys will remember PCU from the 90s. I forget which year it came out. Great fucking movie, right? I love that movie.
That movie forever.
Oh yeah, but I mean, it was hilarious at the time, and it was necessary because that kind of satire about the overly political correct society that we were starting to create at that point. It was the same time that Mars show started and got popular on Comedy Central, Politically Incorrect, when he used to have Ann Coulter on all the time, and it's just there needs to be a backlash to the backlash, and that'll always happen. But with Maher now, he's complaining about what college kids think. And I'm like, dude, who gives a shit? One of the funniest things about that movie was that it just showed how dumb college students are and how we don't need to care about what they think, because 10 years after they graduate, they'll be completely fucking different people politically and socially and all this stuff. And he just constantly uses his show to complain. These kids on the campuses with the protests. I'm like, God, why does anyone give a fuck? But it's his little myopic view of the world. And I just got bored with this show. I used to watch it I think I watched this show every single week for like fucking 25 years. And I haven't watched it in the last like 5 or 6 because it's just boring, man. It's the same whining, whinging bullshit.
So I guess the new age, another thing is format, right? So the formats are dying, radio's dying. Bobby down there, she's talking about Rush Limbaugh. Rush Limbaugh did have an amazing run, and Rush Limbaugh had an audience, and that was his audience. You love him or hate him. I loved him. He's a South Florida resident. I've been on his show a couple times. I was on the show a couple times.
Yeah, he had the greatest radio show in history, and I hated him. Yeah. But I mean, there's no doubting the talent. No doubting the numbers, the amount of money he made. I mean, there's nothing you can criticize him for as far as, being a professional fucking radio host. He created that genre,
Yeah. And then the people that he put in, right? Like Glenn Beck, for example, Glenn Beck was great, all the way through all the way through 2015 is when he started really falling off, right before Trump announced his run. Glenn Beck was amazing. I've read his book. One of the best books political books I've written is called Arguing with Idiots. Right. And he basically shows you how fucking idiots argue and how to counter it. And now, he's all over the place. I think he's gone wacko. I think there's also like some type of shit going on in his head. Cause he's not the same. So everybody that you see Rush put on, has fallen off too, but Rush was always consistent. He always had the same message. You can hate him, but he had the same message from the start. So
start to finish.
And then
I mean, he had some of the some of the stuff I really liked about him was just like the format stuff. Like he's the first guy who started talking to the producer offline without the producer being able to talk back. Snurdly, that whole thing. Mark Levin completely ripped that off.
Yeah.
Just about every right-wing broadcaster does that now. Rush did that first, like that, and it's really funny, and it works as a bit, permanently. Again, I couldn't stand the guy, but there's no doubting talent. When you see somebody doing something that well, it's that successful. I mean, crying about it is just pointless. You know what I mean? You have to recognize greatness where it is, and that was radio greatness.
Okay, so let me shift gears a second here. And I'm gonna cover two things not briefly. This is gonna be the last segment. What was his name? Big Balls.
Big balls. Yeah.
He got tuned up.
Yeah.
Jesus
So
Christ.
big
What?
Big
happened?
Balls. So you know who Big Balls is, right?
Yeah. Worked
So
for
Big
Doge.
Balls, he worked for Doge, and then he stopped work. He worked at the I believe with the White House.
Yeah.
And
Do you have the photo?
I'm looking, but I think it's Big Balls with a OLZ.
No, it's just S, but I think it's just S. But anyway, I saw the photo this morning. I was like, my God.
Yeah, he was
He got
and
warmed up.
and I haven't been able to keep up with it. It just came up on my feed right now. But Big Balls actually went to go. The report is that he went to go save somebody from getting assaulted in DC and then got his ass kicked. There.
Oh, is
and
this where the whole federalizing DC is coming from?
Yes,
Now that I'm
that's-
reading. Okay.
that's-
I
that's
didn't catch
where-
up to what the fuck was going on.
Let me see if I could find the picture.
Yeah, apparently it was by a couple of 15-year-olds.
Yeah, so I'm gonna pull up the picture here really quick. He got his ass kicked.
Yeah.
Uh
Oh, God.
yeah, he got his ass kicked. Rightfully so. Like he went to go fucking help somebody from what the reports say. So that's
Yeah, I'm gonna wait until
takes
I'm gonna
some
wait
big
until it
balls.
comes out. Yeah, I'm gonna wait until look. If he was trying to be a good Samaritan, he got his ass kicked. Then that's I'll be on his side with this. But I'm gonna suspend judgment until I find out exactly what the hell happened there. Because who the hell knows? I mean, that's just. But damn, he really did get his ass kicked.
But
Go back to what Tim Pool said.
yeah, I was about to talk about that right now. He really did. This is very true. Tim Pool says Big Balls has just solidified his claim to the name.
Okay, again, let's
This is
see
the
what.
shit. This is the shit that I'm talking about. If this dude actually went out there
Look at
and
this
risked
guy.
his fucking life
Look at this
get
guy.
his
This guy's
ass
a
beat
stud.
because a woman was getting attacked, this is the shit I talk about all the fucking time. We need more men like that. Get off your ass and do
Look at
man
that stud.
fucking shit. Yeah, that's not
He's
a
a
stud.
stud.
I'll give him props, man.
He's a
Yeah,
stud.
I'm gonna
There's a lot
wait
of
to
guys
give
that
him
talk
props because
shit.
we don't know what happened. I hope he was. Well, I guess it doesn't matter because I mean, he got his. But yeah, I would like to believe that he was doing the right thing. But I'm not going to until I know. So I'm not gonna.
Listen, if
I'm
I
not gonna
see
take
a
his
bunch of
side
kids
or take
trying
a
to
side
fucking-
against him either.
There you go. This is it right here.
Patty's like, he's gonna throw his mic again. We're really gonna have to do a GoFundMe.
Actually,
for his fucking mic.
I normally don't like memes, but that one I got a chuckle out of that one.
That was
That's
Yeah,
not bad.
okay.
That's good. I just
I don't.
like the art.
Who says I don't like memes,
Because
dude?
they're fucking lazy and stupid, man. I
No,
don't
they're
like
not. Look at him. Look at that
Obviously, the
gangster
left
right
can't
there.
meme.
Look at that
We know this.
stance right there, bro. Big balls. This is probably made with
What's he doing
Grok
with this?
Imagine.
Yo, this
Have you
kid's
seen
gonna
the
have
shit
like
that?
30 or 40 women fucking taking care of his every need for the next fucking week?
Oh wait,
Yeah.
hold on. We got a
A bunch
report.
of thugs in DC. By the way, I have to say that somebody from Doge was very badly hurt last night. You saw that, a young man who was beat up by a bunch of thugs in DC, and either they're going to straighten their act out in the terms of government and in terms of protection, or we're going to have to federalize and run it the way it's supposed to be run.
I mean, I'm all for.
If fence is code for dicks, then yes, he does.
I'm saying none of us
Whoa,
know exactly what happened.
No,
A young man who was
because
beat
they
up
were
by
all
a bunch of
blackface, so Patty
thugs
doesn't
in
wanna come
DC, and either they're going to straighten their act out in the terms of government and in terms of protection, or we're going to have to federalize and run it the way it's supposed to be run.
That was a way better video.
Yep.
I just think it's really funny how the Republican Party now thinks that it's the solution to every problem is to federalize everything.
Yeah, no, I
this
agree
is
with
like
you.
opposite
I
day.
agree with you. Yes. No,
Like this
no,
has gone
listen,
so far crazy that I can't even if I were you talk about the DeLorean, if I were to take that back to like 2010 and say some shit like that, I get every
be like,
conservative
"Fuck
in the
that."
country would be like, what are
Yeah.
you talking about? Give the federal government any authority. And now you guys want to call the feds
Yeah,
every single time something happens.
Whoa. I was just on the phone with somebody right before we started the show and we were talking about this one specific thing. And he said, what the fuck is wrong with all you MAGAs? You guys were fighting the fucking system, fighting the federal government. Now you want to federalize shit because you can't get out there and do man shit and handle shit the way you're supposed to fucking handle it as a man?
Yeah. Well,
dude,
I'm telling you.
I'm agreeing with you. I do not want the federal government involved in my life at all.
I just don't think there's any such thing as a MAGA conservative. I think they're different. I think they're different people. They're different groups. It's like saying a fucking conservative Democrat. They don't exist. That's just ridiculous. A MAGA conservative, like, what are you talking about? You want to run to the federal government every single time. You want to overregulate everything. You want to get in everybody's fucking business. There is no such thing as a MAGA conservative. There's no such thing as an evangelical fucking MAGA either. I know they'll say that there is, but there isn't. And I went over that last night on the show, and I'm glad that dozens of people got my point. So, it just drives me nuts. I'm like, what are you fucking talking about? MAGA conservative. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, we're not espousing conservative values. Like
I know you're not. I know, and you don't. I don't know why, but
I do.
But so many of you guys do say that you are, and I'm like, well, what are you talking about? Conservative fucking values. I mean, it's turned into such a like. It really does seem like it would be like an Onion sketch from like 15, 20 years ago. And I'd be like, what are you talking? The Republican Party wants to federalize just about everything. And I'm supposed to think that that's like a thing that could possibly happen. Well, shit. It did.
No.
Fuck.
That's that is completely against fucking conservative values.
I know.
Smaller government, maximum freedom.
So
it's like the number one
Gallon,
tenet
do
of
you always
conservative
sit on the
values.
fence?
And that's why I said if fence is code for dick, then yes.
Oh, I didn't see the comment because I didn't set the camera up.
So let's shift gears on the last one because I got to get out of here soon. Another story last story we're going to cover is Tommy Robinson's arrest, which is kind of weird because I can't find anything about it. There's these stories from yesterday. I remember seeing this. UK police are after Tommy Robinson for 3 posts. So was his arrest about the post or him
being Tommy Robinson?
Yeah.
He is the Enrique Tarrio of the UK.
No. I would take offense to that, Enrique, if I were you. But
it's kind of true though. We keep getting arrested back to back.
Yeah, well, I got a cousin who does that. He's got nothing to do with you.
The left hates Enrique Tarrio as much as the UK government hates Tommy Robinson.
His name is not Tommy Robinson.
Okay, so I'm getting here I keep getting these reports.
Steven, some bullshit.
Tommy Robinson posted the fact that a school in the UK had no students which spoke English as a first language. He's now under investigation by the British state for that post. And here is like the Metropolitan Police, which, funny as it may be, is the same name as the DC police. But for the most part, for making a post about it, the UK is so fucked, dude.
Yeah, it's been that way for I don't know the last ever. Like it's a shithole that should be sunk into the goddamn ocean, and I don't know why we even bother talking about it.
This is when he got arrested at the airport. Why does it have this fucking music on there?
Because they're British. Oh, he's wearing jorts. It's a bold move.
Oh, here we go. British transport police officers were waiting for the far right activist after he fled the country following an alleged assault at St. Pancras Station. So, this part I do know. It wasn't that he was fleeing the country. It was that this situation happened while he was getting on the train. So it's not like he fled the country.
Over dramatic fucking limey cocksuckers.
Oh, he is wearing jorts.
Look at that fucking Dune Coon.
That is rough. That's rough.
The
George,
42-year-old was led into the
2025.
police station at the tarmac.
This dude's
surrounded
looking
by-
at him like, I need to go get my goat. Bah means no.
So
I don't
GBA.
understand.
So this was what he was arrested for. Arrested on suspicion of great bodily harm. Will now be taken into custody and interviewed.
Yeah, that's what.
I think we're waiting on if they're going to release him or remand him into custody.
That's so David, I told you earlier, Pat, this David Gregson that's on the screen right now, he's in the UK. He's a fan of ours.
And those are very short jorts.
Yeah, those are short.
I didn't know people actually wore jorts anymore.
They don't. Not outside Arkansas.
David says he's on bail.
Oh, they got him out. Yeah, I see that they're posting on his channel. I don't know if those are admin posts or what's going on, but I'm almost listen. Look, again, I don't know this story because I'm looking at it as you guys are looking at it, but I'm pretty sure that what I'm about to say is going to be accurate. This person probably recognized Tommy Robinson and tried to put hands on him, and Tommy defended himself righteously, and this happened. So I don't know what the laws, and maybe our boy here in the UK that's watching can but is self-defense allowed?
I don't think self-defense is allowed.
Yeah, like
In that
are you just supposed to take it? Because there's no way that this guy, listen, there's no way that I know Tommy, and there's no way that he just fucking like punched somebody like randomly, or picked a fight with somebody. He and I have me and Tommy have a little bit of history here. When I was in DC, we had an event scheduled at the same time. He was in London, at one of the government buildings there. I wasn't sure which one. I don't remember which one, but I was at the Capitol, and we were doing a live stream, and I held up, the British flag, and he held up the American flag over there. And we had the guys with us. It was a great fucking time. Then we talked after, but they've been going after him nonstop. He's been arrested a lot more times than I have. And he's been in and out of
something.
Yeah, that is saying something. Maybe if I was in the UK, yeah, maybe I'd be arrested as many times because I probably shitpost a little bit more than Tommy.
Everything you say would get you arrested.
Because most of the stuff that he's arrested for is things that is speech, not things that he does, and I think this might be one of the rare instances where we see that physical altercation. What do you guys think about this?
I think if he didn't get arrested for doing any of the stuff that he does, he would be miserable and heartbroken. And if he didn't get arrested for posting stuff, he would do something that would get him arrested. He does this on purpose. It's obvious. Nobody thinks that this is an accident, that he's upset when he gets arrested. If he just got to do whatever he wants and say whatever he wanted and everyone ignored it, he would stop doing it and go back to being the con man he was before that, right?
But he doesn't say too much. Like if you look at his,
he wants to get arrested, man.
No, he doesn't want to get arrested. Nobody wants to get arrested.
Oh yeah, no. He's a professional fucking protester, man. Like that's.
He's a professional. Yeah, that's fine. But it doesn't mean he wants to get arrested.
If he never got arrested, then nobody would give a shit. Like he wants.
Before he's no, because he was.
First of all, his name is Stephen Yaxley. It's not Tommy Robinson. I don't know
why
anybody.
It's Tommy, bro.
The news organizations.
My name's not Enrique
Tommy Robinson. Yeah, I know, and they know, and they
stage name.
When you get arrested, they say Henry all the time. But when he, for some reason, every news organization reports his name, you're gonna call me Brad Chadford? I mean, get out of here with that shit. Like it's just silly. The guy, he is like he wants this, man. He would be tore down if he didn't get arrested, man. He wanted to get arrested. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. You do it, but let's be real about what we're talking about.
I don't think so. I don't think That's accurate.
Okay.
But
So
regardless,
you see what Dave
yeah,
just said?
I was about to say that. So if Tommy was in fear of his life, then then course self-defense can be an option. Then of course self-defense can be an option. 3 cameras on the place, so when it's released or seen, then the story will be told. I think that's probably one of the reasons why they didn't remand him into custody, is because they did see it as self-defense. I think these charges might get dropped. Again, I'm just talking shit right now because I don't know the situation entirely. But for the most part, yeah, we'll keep up to date with this, and we'll report on it on the next broadcast. So a couple of announcements. Reno says that he cannot download. I think he's in the process of being able to download Battlefield 6. I think
we need
you
to
guys
get a Give Send Go.
we need to get a Give Send Go forum. Sorry, Patty. Sorry, Patty's microphone. I know you're hearing me right now, but there's things more important. There's electronics more important than that. So we will have an episode of the War Stream this weekend. We're going to see if it's either going to be Friday or Saturday. And we're going to be playing Battlefield 6 beta.
We're doing Div 2 first, motherfucker. I don't
Listen, we're doing if Battlefield's out for just one weekend, we're playing Battlefield.
Fucking faggot.
But regardless of the fact, that's one. Number 2, do you have a show today, Rob?
Yeah, I do at 5.
Okay, so Rob's show's today at 5. Tune in to that. Patty just had a show yesterday. Patty, you should run those shows at off times too. Just hit the schedule button and just schedule it at least another 2 times a week.
Yeah, last night was interesting. It was all about King David and King Cyrus and idolatry and Donald Trump.
Yeah, like the new King David is Donald Trump. So, fuck, I didn't get a reaction there. Damn it!
Oh, because I said all I had to say about it. It's there are people who believe that shit.
Is it me or is it me, Rob? Is it me or does Patty have a cop stash? Oh no!
Oh yeah,
it's just the lighting because it's the entire beard.
Yeah,
you should do the cop stash.
I've done that before. I get yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna do the porn stash.
Okay.
I'm gonna do the porn stash now. When I get the stitches taken out on Friday, I'll do the porn stash for about a week. It actually
I would suggest that Rob do it, but I think it would be like a Samson situation. If you cut off his beard, he'd like piss his pants and have to sit in the basement for like a month until it grew back. Like, I don't think it would work.
All right.
Dude,
so
this motherfucker was down to here at one time, the whole thing. And then I look back at those pictures and I go, "Oh, god damn."
You get a whole sandwich stuck in there that you didn't notice and whatnot.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Yeah.
Rob, Patty, any last words for the firing squad?
Nope.
Rob?
No, I got nothing. Nothing.
Yeah, it's a slow news day today. There's not a lot happening. But you catch us on here almost 5 days a week. From starting maybe 11:45. Today we started a little late, but yeah.
If anybody can be consistent about showing up.
Yeah. Well, we're doing a lot of things on the back end.
I know.
But all right, guys, thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of News Brief, and we are gone.
Load up on guns and bring your friends. It's fun to lose and to pretend she's overboard and self-assured. Oh no, I know a dirty word. Hello.
Peter said Ethan Nordine was the undisputed leader of the group that day as they tried to prevent the peaceful transfer of power.
An FBI agents arrested Proud Boys former national chairman Enrique Tarrio at this home in Miami. By 2 this afternoon, he was in federal court.
Here we are now, entertainers. I feel stupid and contagious. Here we are